Hey everybody, I'm Terry P. Welcome back to my makeup table.
Beginning with
your brows, you want to always have them nicely brushed up. I'm not going to do anything with brows today because, again, I am still reviewing e.L.F. products. And I feel like a big dum-dum, like a super idiot, because here I am on my first review of e.L.F. going, I don't know about this product because it doesn't have a lid. So someone was really nice enough to write and say, you're not a dummy, there's a palette case that goes with this, which I didn't know. Now I do know, and I'm going to order it because I think that's a great idea. So anyway, I'm going to move back to this palette. It is called Shopping Spree, and I just think it's so great. The colors are really pretty wonderful. You've got a couple of mattes in there, and you've got mostly shimmers. This happens to be a matte, and this happens to be a matte color. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to start out with like a medium tone. It kind of does have a little bit of a gray purple. Now mind you, I'm moving over my eye straight across my concealer, so I'm not going over powdered skin, so you can see how much this pigment is grabbing. It's quite a lot. So I'm really just kind of adding the powder, kind of a semicircle pattern. Now, to be honest with you, this is a little bit stronger than I would normally do for a day, but it's on, and I'll teach you how to buff it down a little bit. So what I'm doing is just bringing out the edges just slightly. And that's my first step. This is going to be a pretty quick makeup. So you can see it's a smoky look, actually. It's very pretty, and I've placed it across my whole eye, but notice that I don't go way into this part of the eye because I kind of want to keep the eye open. So that's not a part that, unless I'm doing a seriously smoked up eye, I don't usually go into the inner canthus of the eye. Just going to use a sponge applicator. Actually, I'm not seeing a color that I would ordinarily use under the brow, but I'm going to try this color. And it is this one, right here. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Now, some of you have asked me about tools to use with these powders. Personally, I'm not sure that I would be using a brush with anything that has shimmer, only because when you use a brush, the purpose of a brush is to blend, right? So if you're using a brush and you're trying to put on a shimmery powder, unless you're literally placing it like this and not moving that shimmer around, it's not really going to stay shimmery. So my suggestion is to always use a sponge applicator for your shimmery powders, especially if you're going to be doing it in here, because then you can just dot it. You are going to have a lot of fallout from powder if you're using a brush. And I have had questions asked like, you know, do you really like e.L.F. because it has a lot of fallout? Well, it's the tool you're using, really. It's really not the product. So a shimmer powder is really pretty much going to stay shimmery if you put it on correctly. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a product that I really like it. It's so awesome. It's a gel liner, and now I'm looking for it. Aha, I found it. Couldn't remember what I did with it. Anyway, it's just a waterproof black gel liner, and I'm going to use an angle brush with it. It's a little bit of a thicker brush, but I kind of like it because it's going to give me just a little edge here. Now, this is not an e.L.F. product, but from what I understand, they do have a gel eyeliner. I haven't tried it yet, so I think that my next order, I'm going to be ordering the gel liner. And this is actually something that I get from Europe, this black gel liner. But I'm just tapping it into my lash line. And then I'm going to give myself a little lift. So I'm going to come closer to the camera so you can see it. What I do is I go on the last lash and I work up from there. Just like a little hash mark or check mark at the end of your eye. This is actually a technique I do with permanent makeup when I'm doing permanent liner on someone. I take my machine and I do the last lash right here and then do a really nice liner. It's just a nice technique. It's an E.L.F. palette with a lot of neutrals, but I really like this dark color. It's such a pretty color. So what I'm going to do is set my gel liner. Now this is just an extra step I take for deeper intensity and to just ensure that that product's not going to move around on my eyelid through the day. I really like to set everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with this little shimmery color. And again, I'm going to use my little sponge applicator. So now I just have a little shimmer. Right under my eye. As I've said before, not a big person to do a whole lot under my eye unless I'm lining the mucosal lining, the wet lining of the eye. I do like that, but that really makes my eyes look dramatic. So I really just like kind of a clean look for daytime. As I was saying, this is almost a little dark, but I have to live with it, and I love the colors. I just don't know that I would choose to go this dark for daytime. Now, I don't have mascara on yet, but I did want to show you this little shimmer powder. When I ordered all of my E.L.F. products, I got 10 shimmer powders for free. And, you know, my whole motto in life is if it's free, it's for me. So I really kind of think this is just so pretty. Here, let me put this down. Wow, I mean, it's got a lot of luminescence. You can buff it down. See, again, I'm saying if you really move shimmer around a lot, it really changes into something entirely different. You may want that, you may not want that. So you kind of can use these products in several different ways. Now I'm going to go back to this concealer brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the shimmer and place it right in the center. Another little trick I should mention, I'm sometimes thinking everyone thinks the way I do, but some of you don't. So what I'm going to do is take this and tap it, and then shake it back and open it. And for small parts, now you've got just a little product in the lid. That's what I want to tap in here. Because oftentimes you'll go right into the pot and it's just way too much product. So you want a small brush. Make sure that you don't place it right over your liner that you just did. You can use your finger and blend it. Love fingers for most work. Yeah, that's pretty. I like this. It gives just enough. Now there is a little trick. It gives just enough sheen, which I like. You can bring it all the way up into that crease line. Hopefully that's going to serve lightening it a bit. And I think I'm going to go back in and put a little here. I really like it. I think it's nice. Like I said, I got 10 colors, so I use these all the time at night. I think they're so pretty, and I would take a really light color and do a little bit here. You could go over any kind of eye pencil with this, and now you've got a sparkly eyeliner, which I really, really love. If I could find this product on my makeup table, I will show it to you. It happens to be Urban Decay, but it is so pretty. It's a black, glittery powder that I will oftentimes for evening go in and place it over my pencil, and it is just so pretty. I know I'm not really reviewing Urban Decay, but I just love this product. It's just so pretty. So if you got a shimmer powder that was dark like this, you could just go right over your eye pencil, and now you've got like a glitter eyeliner that you know is going to sit there and last for a long time. Try it. It's almost like a contour. It's almost a little dark for me for the apple of my cheek. So I'm just going to keep it under that bone, and I'm going to also use it on my temple. It's hell having bangs. These bangs are new for me. So I'm constantly like, are they right? Are they not? Are they crooked? Are they... What do you think of my bangs? Maybe you could give me some advice on what to do with them all the time. Anyway, that is Shopping Spree, and I think it's really pretty. I'm happy with the performance. Now, I am using a MAC blush brush that I swear by. I mean, this is just a great, great blush brush. I've had them for years. This is another one that I wore almost completely out from the center, but what's nice is when you give them a nice wash with a little shampoo and a little conditioner, they just come right back. So for me, these are worth every dime that you could possibly spend on MAC. I just really swear by these brushes. Love, love, love them. I've used them for years. What I'm going to do is also go back in. I'm going to show you a little technique. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do this for daytime, but now that I'm so made up, I can show you what I'm going to talk about. So many brilliant colors. And sometimes it's fun to just go back in once you've got your makeup on and choose a color that's complementary. In this case, I think I'm going to choose something a little brighter so you can see it. I think I'm going to choose this color. So I'm just going to tap into it and kind of place it right above where I swept that little brush. It's really not bright enough, but I'll show you something that's a little brighter. So we'll go back in if you want a little bit of color. It's kind of an interesting little technique to brighten the eye for daytime even. I kind of do like a little color on the eye, especially if your lipstick and your blush all match. So you've got this color story that kind of does this. I like so that you can sort of see the color. It's pretty. Again, especially if you don't tan, this will give you a little bit of a sun-kissed look. And it's so I'm going to go back in with a little bit of an orange and do it right in the apple of the cheek. I've used this color. A little down the nose, a little on the chin. Sometimes because I don't tan anymore, sometimes I'll even do a little here, just to brighten things up a bit. And there you have it.